Have you ever heard of Panna Cotta? I'm sure you did. It's one of the most famous Italian desserts. But the reality is that Panna Cotta is not even Italian. But I'll tell you more about that in a minute. It's also interesting that for whatever reason some of us think Panna Cotta requires lots of cooking skills. Reality is that it is one of the most basic desserts. Vanilla flavored cream with berries. That's it really. I mean, it's not very exciting. Now, I don't want to bore you today just with another basic Panna Cotta. Today I'm going to do that, an 80s classic, and then that, which I served in my own 2 Michelin star restaurants, and is also my wife's favorite and gets me with the mother-in-law into the good books all the time. And then I serve you that, my latest creation, Panna Cotta flambe for the colder months. And for all 3 of them, I used the same recipe I learned when I was an executive head chef for Marco PY. They're all super easy to make, and I took some pouring cream and I added some sugar. I split the vanilla bean in half and scraped out the pretty looking seeds. I don't know if you know, but there's actually more flavor in the vanilla skins than there is in the seeds. All went into the pot with the cream and I simmered it for approximately 5 minutes for maximum flavor. I infused it for another 30 minutes, and to set it, I soaked some gelatin in cold water. Now, together with super fresh cream, the right amount of gelatin is the secret of a successful Panna Cotta. Too much of it and you end up with an unpleasant chewy lump of cold cream in your mouth that doesn't seem to go away. So use very little gelatin, just enough to set the cream, so it melts in your mouth like it was never there. I drained the water off the gelatin and dissolved it in the still hot cream. I removed the vanilla skins, filled it into some molds and chilled it to set it in the fridge. Now this takes several hours, so I had lots of time on my hands. And according to Italians, biscotti are the other perfect match for Panna Cotta. But most biscottis are designed to be soaked in Vinsanto or coffee. That's why they often come across so hard, almost like bricks. And I find them often quite flavorless. So I came up with a new recipe specifically for this dish. And to avoid boring tasting biscotti, I toasted the nuts, because nuts contain a chemical called filbertone, which multiplies thousands-fold through roasting. Now think about boring raw hazelnuts, okay? Now you think about Nutella. You get me? So I added my roasted nuts to the flour and added some almond meal to make the biscotti more tender, olive oil to make them more like a cookie and easier to eat. And this version will definitely get me into trouble with the biscotti police. Next, baking powder, salt, sugar and honey. Yum. Eggs, lemon zest, and to push it to the flavor limit, a bit of vanilla and almond essence. I kneaded it, I shaped it and baked it for 25 minutes. Then I chilled it, cut it and baked it at a low temperature again till they went dry. Too easy. By now you probably want the recipe, so I placed them all in the link below, together with my online courses in case you want to support me and learn lots more about cooking. The biggest struggle people have with Panna Cotta is to get it out of the mold, but I show you that this is really easy. Get some boiling hot water, 1 to 2 seconds if it's a metal mold, 2 to 3 seconds if it's a ceramic mold, but if left too long in the water, you are asking for a messy melted disaster. So, to get it out, you need to break the vacuum seal on the bottom of the mold, and you leave it broken by keeping the Panna Cotta pulled aside. You then tilt it over and here it comes. How easy was that? But don't ever let the Panna Cotta reseal itself on the top, otherwise it will stick again. Keep it broken all the time and let it slip out just like that. So I want to wander a bit back in time to when I was young and play this Panna Cotta the most craziest way it was done in the 80s. It is magic. It's absolutely amazing, and it's going to be hard to improve it, but I will try. So I squashed some strawberries, I dusted them with a little icing sugar, topped it with drops of aged balsamic vinegar. Not too much because you don't want to overpower it. And here it comes, a few squashed green peppercorns. Yes, you heard me right. And then some basil. And then you could do the old zigzag, so the circles on the plate with more balsamic vinegar. I mean, it looks simply spectacular, and it tastes so too. And I do think this could really challenge my version, for which I got 18 out of 90 points at Goemio. Now for that, I placed some sweet Moscato wine into a stock pot, and then I added a pinch or two of saffron, the peel of a quarter of an orange without the white pith, caster sugar, but I had to simmer that all for 10 to 15 minutes so that the saffron could release its full flavor. So I used the time to soak 3 gelatin leaves in cold water, and then I drained it and I dissolved those gelatin leaves in 250 milliliters of the syrup I separated. Both syrups went into the fridge till fully chilled, but the one with the gelatin I chopped up on a cloth to stop it from jumping around, and it makes it also easier to bring it together. Then some fruits like mango, pawpaw, all sorts of berries, some mint, some edible flowers, and a bit of gold if you want, and the biscotti next to it. Now what do you think? I mean, it cannot be any more simple, and it's such a perfect summer dessert. Panna Cotta translated means cooked cream, and it was first mentioned in 1960 and apparently invented by an Hungarian woman in Italy. But there also claims that this dish has its origins in latte di mela, or latte inglese, translated English milk, and with sharp similarities to the Cambridge Trinity cream, the forefather of creme brulee. Now, I'm sure you are now completely confused, so let's get back into cooking. And to be honest, I was often thinking of a way to serve panna cotta in the colder months too. Now, have you ever had marshmallows with cream? It's magic, especially if they're warm and you add some raspberries. Now, it's getting me very exciting here, but I'll be honest, I do love the balsamic and the peppercorns from the first version, so I want to do something similar here, like mix the old with the new, so to say. You know, raspberries, I tossed a few of them in some of the saffron syrup. Then I tipped them upside down and I filled them with some very old balsamic vinegar, some squashed peppercorns, and some small basil leaves. Now, I've not told you, but I separated some of the panna cotta mix from the beginning and left the gelatin out, and that's what I ended up with. So I filled it into a siphon, and look at that, aerated panna cotta. You could also just call it whipped cream, but aerated panna cotta sounds so much more exciting. Then some crumbled biscotti, the panna cotta itself, and a very light Italian meringue to keep it all in the country. By the way, for the meringue, I got some sugar and some water, and I boiled it to 118 degrees. Now, I did not have a sugar thermometer, so I had to check it manually. So I checked it for soft thread. I got a cold spoon, I dipped it into the sugar, I waited for 10 seconds, and you see the thread? I mean, you could also check it for a soft ball by dropping a little of the syrup into cold water. You cook it longer, you would get a hard ball or a very thick thread. That could make your Italian meringue a bit too hard. You would need that to make some nougat or turon, but that's a topic for another session. So pour it in on one spot and then you pour it in slowly. The heat from the sugar will cook the egg white and stabilize it. Whisk it until it's down to room temperature. Now this is the marshmallow topping I was thinking of on my panna cotta dream, and I browned it with a blowtorch. But what about the flambe I promised you? Well, I got some raspberry eau de vie and warmed it. I poured it over burning panna cotta. So what do you think? Which one will be the winner? Will it be this, or will it be that, or will it be my newest version? Let's see if I still have it, and who will be better to ask than my in-house food critic. Okay, so let's taste all of them. So Anna, my wife, in-house food critic.
I'm so happy. We have dessert this week. Thank you. After the pig's head a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so you will tell us which one is the best one, or
the best
analyze
one.
Them, or...
Are we comparing, or is it one that you've recreated? Have you done something different? No shots this time.
Yeah, no, that's a classic, so that's an 80s, different versions.
Yep, so we love the 80s. Woohoo, best music. Sorry, I'll be quiet. Please continue.
Then we have this one here, which is obviously, you know that very well.
So they're all panna cotta?
They're all panna cotta.
Different versions, yeah. It's very pretty.
And then that's my newest version. I think that could be
this is the new one.
Really nice winter panna cotta, you know.
Okay, well, let's have a go.
There you go.
All right. Where's the champagne?
I didn't bring the champagne out. I forgot that I did this.
Ladies, we like dessert with champagne, don't we?
Yes.
Never mind, we'll continue. I will have to do this job without champagne. Let's go. So a little bit from the side. So it's almost like a pizza dessert. Got a bit of basil, a bit of vinegar. Should throw some tomato in there too. Anyway, no, this is strawberry on the top. Here we go.
Pizza.
Surprised. I can taste the basil and the vinegar, but then mixed into it, I can also taste the chocolate.
There's no chocolate.
This is chocolate, isn't it?
No, this is balsamic vinegar.
What? Ew! Well, I can taste something sweet down there, and I thought it was chocolate.
Really aged balsamic vinegar.
That's what's making it sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, let me try that again.
As well.
Oh, you tricked me. There I was thinking I was going to get to
didn't trick
lick
you,
the
but
bowl
you see, that's
with chocolate, and it's vinegar.
It's good, isn't it?
So the sweet aspect is from the panna cotta
Yeah, and from the balsamic a bit.
and from the balsamic. It's interesting because it's sweet, but then you get this kick. You know how you do with balsamic vinegar at the back of your throat when you've had too much? It's like, just a little bit there.
That's the peppercorns as well.
Peppercorns.
Yes.
You're a weirdo.
It's not my
Oh
kind.
my gosh, there are peppercorns here. Yep, they're peppercorns. So am I supposed to eat those too?
Yes. You had some already.
Can I go on to that one? Surprisingly, it's workable. It's like my whole tongue is a bit confused at the moment.
That's the idea.
I don't know if it's confusing in a good way or confusing in a what's going on here way. It's very interesting, and would I order it a second time? Let me try the other two first. Okay, next
Here
one.
we go. The one which gets me with the mother-in-law in the good books all the time. Before I'm out again.
Hey, come on. All right then.
Little flowers, yes.
That's lovely. That's super sweet. So I'd say that one is good for people who don't like things too sweet. Like cheese lovers would like that one. But this one, for the ladies who like a champagne and a sweet dessert, that worked very well. And it's light too. They're both light. So if you've had a big meal, they're quite nice to, not too heavy on the stomach. Compared to that, that's quite sweet. I'd almost like to go back for this one as a refresher. It's funny, I think I actually quite like this one now. That's a tough decision actually, because for me this is just tasting, maybe it's the time of day. I actually prefer the more savoury flavour of that one because it's still got the sweet and savoury.
Yeah.
It's a bit like your popcorn when you buy salt and sweet. Yeah.
That's not how it's supposed to
No,
go. You know, I mean, you should...
What? Oh, am I supposed to prefer this one?
Exposing me, yeah.
No, I'm not, because I know that that's a good dish. I'm just saying, I'm trying to promote that one from a position of honesty.
Oh, well.
What?
Let's hope the last one then is convincing.
Next.
Too late.
What are you doing with the lighter?
I think, well, because it should be...
Oh, we're going to get alcohol. You're going to chuck some alcohol in it?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. This is my favourite already before you've been tasting it.
Flambe it for you. Which
Yay.
you might not see in the camera.
Ooh.
So, here we go.
All right.
Need that.
Was it vodka or tequila?
It was a raspberry eau de vie.
Oh, sorry. I'm showing my true colours now.
You need to eat.
Ooh, oh, that's a lot of flavour again. Yeah. Interesting. Flavours the biscotti. It's just a nice different version to what you've done. And I can see how it's a bit more wintry. And for people who like alcohol, go for that one. I think the safest one is that one. No one's going to dislike that one.
Okay.
Some people may not be happy with these because they're such different flavours. So I think it's really a question of deciphering taste buds, what people like.
Yeah.
But I'd say that's the safe one and the winner out of the three.
Okay, I hope you liked that. So check out my video on where I beat my wife with the smoked salmon sandwiches.
You didn't beat me. We drew. It was a draw. You can't beat tradition, honey.
Anyway, watch the video, please, and make up your own mind. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
See you later. I feel I kind of stuffed that one up.
Did you?
I mean, I was being honest, but that's so cool to put that on there. I was like, the chocolate, and it's old-aged vinegar.
It's a bit like a panna cotta salad, isn't it?
Yes. You could kid yourself and just pretend that it's a healthy dessert.